starring STaudits, Joe Vlogs, introducing Goldie, the goldfish, in The Love Triangle, directed by Mr. Chips.
Disclaimer: no goldfish were forced to perform underwater stunts, and no men were forced into anything they didn't want to do during the writing of this story.
STaudits and Joe Vlogs had been inseparable since childhood, the kind of friends who could communicate with just a look. They shared everything: dummies, nappies, and baby wipes. Their YouTube channels, STaudits and Joe Vlogs, between them had thousands of subscribers who loved watching their comedic escapades and creative skits. But everything changed when STaudits realized he had deeper feelings for Joe Vlogs. It was during a late-night editing session for their latest video. As Joe Vlogs laughed at a particularly ridiculous blooper, STaudits felt his heart skip a beat. He kept this revelation to himself, unsure of how Joe Vlogs would react. Meanwhile, Joe Vlogs had developed an unusual affection for STaudits' goldfish, Goldie. He found Goldie's serene swimming oddly calming and often spent hours by the tank, talking to her as if she were a close friend. STaudits initially found it amusing, but as Joe Vlogs' interest in Goldie grew, STaudits felt a twinge of jealousy.
I'm jealous of the wind.
One day, STaudits mustered the courage to confess his feelings for Joe Vlogs.
Tonight, I'm cleaning out my closet.
They were sitting in STaudits' living room, Goldie's tank bubbling quietly in the background. "Joe Vlogs," STaudits said, nervously fiddling with his shirt, "there's something I need to tell you. I think I love you, more than just a friend."
I think I love you.
Joe Vlogs looked up, startled. "STaudits, I don't know what to say. I care about you, but I'm not into men, but I have been feeling something too. But not for you, for Goldie." STaudits' heart sank. "For Goldie, my goldfish," he said. Joe Vlogs nodded, eyes wide with sincerity. "I know it sounds crazy, but I feel a connection with her. It's like she understands me." Hurt and confused, STaudits felt his world crumble. "You're choosing a fish over me. Look at me. How could you resist me?" Their friendship fell apart that day. The once harmonious STaudits and Joe Vlogs adventures turned into a battleground. The YouTube channel, once filled with laughter and camaraderie, became a platform for their public feud. Each video was a volley of insults and accusations, thinly veiled as comedic skits. Joe Vlogs, the fish whisperer, STaudits sneered in one video, mocking Joe Vlogs' fascination with Goldie. He performed an exaggerated imitation of Joe Vlogs, complete with a fish tank and a stuffed fish. Not to be outdone, Joe Vlogs fired back with STaudits the goldfish Grinch, portraying STaudits as a jealous villain who couldn't stand seeing the man he loved with anyone else. His video featured a puppet version of STaudits, complete with melodramatic weeping and wailing. Their subscribers were initially amused, thinking it was all a stage joke. But as the videos grew more personal and biting, it became clear that the rift between STaudits and Joe Vlogs was real. Comments flooded in, fans taking sides and speculating about the real cause of their feud. Team STaudits and Team Joe Vlogs hashtags trended on social media, turning their personal conflict into a public spectacle. Months passed, and the once thriving channel saw a decline in subscribers. The joy that had once fueled their creativity was gone, replaced by bitterness and resentment. Both STaudits and Joe Vlogs missed the friendship they once had, but pride kept them from making amends. And so, to this day, STaudits still fancies Joe Vlogs and Joe Vlogs still fancies Goldie the goldfish. Their feud continues, both crying like little babies on YouTube, trying to outdo one another. But in reality, they both look like a pair of elephants' ball sacks swinging from side to side while dipping the tip in each other. At the end of the day, STaudits and Joe Vlogs are like commercials. You can't believe a word they say.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Venom. Vlogs.